much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Coming out of a contest that looks real good on paper between the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. On the Bills sideline, it is Sean McDermott. His guys determined not to let this week be a repeat of last, which ended in a tie. Opposing them, that is Ben Johnson, head coach of the Bears. These guys are ready, as they always are, to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Kate Scott alongside my partner Brock Heward, Cairo Santos to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And stopped on the run back for the 27th. Here come the Bills for their opening drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle. Anytime he leads an offense off, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They'll throw here on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Line up the design keeper. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's a short gain of 1, and the Bills have a first down. Man in motion, out of the slot. This time he's looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo first. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's incomplete left side. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Man in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
From the red zone on first. That's brought in. It's his back, Ray Davis. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
He's going to throw it again. This is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Trujillo tacks on the extra point. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Luther Burden now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. And they'll be let out by this dual-threat quarterback.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as it gets the win in the end.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. This is ahead for about 5. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
3rd down from the gun. That one's nabbed by Komet. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20.
And the Bears first down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to the well again. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8. 3rd down.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line.
He keeps it himself. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That's good. Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Bears finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So Coach Sean McDermott sending his Bills offense back to the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And start with a give to Davis. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
And the Bills
trying to throw this from the gun. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Bills.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Davis gets it from the gun. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they send them back in motion right. Dump off caught by his back. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
A loss of 2.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
At the 6-yard line.
Throwing it again here. To the end zone, but incomplete. The play's going to force third and goal.
Intended for Khalil Shakir. Incomplete. Brings up third and goal.
Looking to throw here. This is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills break the tie here in the first.
Touchdown, Bills.
All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Trujillo ends on the point after. And the Bills take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Bears 7.
Trujillo to kick it away. Burden now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. Now trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First call here coming from the shotgun. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. It's a gain of 4 there. And it'll be first down, Bears.
The Bears, first down. First and 10.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw right side, hauled in by Komet. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 36.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
18 more yards.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. It's an early lead for the Bills. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Second and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
Sticking to the air here. Makes the catch. And he will not score, but that does set him off, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
a gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Bears.
Johnson has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears tie things up at 14. tying this game up. They're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Bills and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Setting up to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throw left side, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They are throwing it again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen jumps in with the pick. And the Bears are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up 3rd down.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Has his man caught by Odunze. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
12 yards. And the Bears, 1st down.
They'll throw here on 1st. And there's a catch for Luther Burden. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's good for Bears. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action.
Brings up 2nd down.
Look at this fullback now. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Number 43. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Now an inside give to Johnson. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And Bills get to him. He's brought down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
He had it for a moment but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Santos' kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills set to take over offensively. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Counter give here to Davis. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They've got a man in motion. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line.
And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Here's Hans, he's got it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Connects on the crosser. And he is down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Bills' 1st down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Bills.
From the red zone on 1st. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Jaquan Brisker.
Pass play coming here. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Setting up the screen. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this. Davis can't quite pass that line. They stop him at the 3.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. He's got it. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get some late points and the lead. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Trujillo tacks on the extra point. And the Bills take a 4-point lead.
Bears 17.
Here's Trujillo to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. Showing a little burst so far. And an excellent effort there. Sets him up almost at midfield.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
They'll send him up the middle. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. Back to the 3 after that last play. It's 3rd and goal. He's going to throw it. And he scores. It is a Chicago touchdown. The Bears get some late points and the lead.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good, creative quarterback, one that can extend the play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Working on 1st down. Gets it quickly to Palmer. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Brought down by someone with over 100 tackles each of his 5 seasons as a Bill, Tremaine Edmonds. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there, and that leaves them with 4th and 5. He's got this at the 27. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He keeps it and takes off. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing from the gun. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. To the air now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
Quarterback sacked. A loss of 7 yards.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. Here's the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. A desperate heave here for 6. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it, thanks to the turnover on downs.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. It's been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Has this at the 6. Jukes away from 1. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
The left side finds Burden. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
A gain of 3 yards.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. This is Loveland working the right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now
Throwing off the play fake.
the 43.
The left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
9 yards.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Plowing up the middle. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now looking to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Looking to throw. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. They go play action on first down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. So Reed, they'll give it to Davis. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well. It's going to cost him about a yard. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Throwing it on 2nd down. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Design quarterback run here. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front. Gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
2nd down run by Davis. That's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
It's a gain of 8.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Davis can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's a design run. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills take a 4-point lead. Here's Chukion to kick it away. Burden now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
25-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They're going play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Terrell Bernard on the stop.
They give it to him again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Bills are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. And the power play up the gut results in 2 yards. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. This time looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
First down. A gain of 9 yards.
First down. It's a run with Davis. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's a throw. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A gain of 15 there. And the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And it's a house call. Pick 6. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted. Again, that is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bears push their lead to 3. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Running out of the gun with Davis. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Nice pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throw here, third down. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Slot man motioned over. Throw here on first. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Bills first down.
He's going to throw it again. Caught at the 10-yard line. And they are going to have first and goal when we begin our fourth quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. line up the design keeper. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a fourth quarter lead. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right, an extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills take a 4-point lead. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Third and now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field down. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against the defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. He's going to throw this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. He's going to call himself. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's a gain of 6.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He's got it on the bootleg. The right side hauled in by Komet. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive.
A yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They're throwing it. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That's another Bears first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears take a 4th quarter lead. It's a roll the dudes, a touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears push their lead to 3.
Bears 38, Bills 35.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bills headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Handoff here to Davis. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. It really creates an indecision now defensively.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Bills have a first down.
36-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Going right back to Davis. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he's stopped a second before he can move those chains. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. He's going to keep this one. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Throwing on 2nd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's now 3rd and 19.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit. That brings out the flag.
Start offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sports, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. And he's back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I just hear the sound, but not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, and they go right back to it. Saw Rain hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done. The Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Another carry for it. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. All right, here we go. 2nd down. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears holding on to a field goal lead. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Lone back in the backfield. He gets the handoff. And the defense gets the stop to deny that 1st down. It's still a very good game. They picked up 12, 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Here's the give on 3rd and short. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll send out the punting unit. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this 2nd half. He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up. And they clock it here, 25 seconds remaining. To the line, here's 3rd and 3. To throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Going for it with Davis. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Trying to set this up quick.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Bills.
Here he is to throw. Bears getting close, and they're going to take him down.
Loss of a yard. It's 2nd down.
So the Bears come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.